There are places on this earth that time has chosen to forget. Hidden deep within the thickest parts of Northern America, far from highways and cell towers, lies a town most have never heard of, and those who have wish they hadn't. Its name is Black Hollow. You won't find it on modern maps. GPS will take you only so far, then, the road simply ends. And in front of you, an ancient forest, draped in silence and mist, like a wound the earth has tried to cover up. Locals won't speak of it. The few who live nearby avoid the woods after dark. They say the trees whisper that they watch. But once, long ago, Black Hollow was alive. It was founded in the late 1800s as a mining town, built by hopeful families chasing fortune deep beneath the earth. For decades, the mines were productive, and the town grew. Houses were built. A school. A church. Even a small hospital. But from the very beginning, there were signs that something wasn't right. Miners told stories of tunnels that changed direction overnight. Of voices echoing deep underground. Of equipment disappearing, then turning up in places no one had touched. And then, the bones began to surface. Bones that didn't make sense. Elongated skulls. Rib cages that opened the wrong way. Creatures that didn't match anything in nature or fossil record. The company covered it up, sealed off the tunnels, and fired the miners who spoke too loudly. And yet, the town continued. Because people had nowhere else to go. Because survival is louder than fear. Until 1947. That year, the mine suffered a catastrophic collapse. 47 men were trapped inside. Only 3 came out alive. And none of them came out whole. One was found days later, wandering the forest, covered in dirt and blood, his eyes completely white. He never spoke another word before dying in a sanitarium. The second was discovered in his home, having nailed every window shut. He left behind pages of frenzied writing, rambling about voices, hunger, and something he called the thing beneath. The third? His body was never found. But his boots were still standing upright, outside the church. As if he'd stepped out of them and vanished. The town emptied almost overnight. But it didn't die. Today, Black Hollow is one of the most dangerous places for urban explorers. Not because of wildlife or structural collapse, but because of what people feel when they step inside. A crushing silence. A sense of being watched. Technology glitches. Batteries drain instantly. Time seems to bend. The school still stands. Desks lined up in rows. A chalkboard frozen on the date of the collapse. Some say if you enter after midnight, you'll hear a classroom full of children reciting the alphabet, only the voices are off. Echoing from somewhere deep beneath the floor. The old hospital is worse. Rust-covered gurneys line the hallways. The windows are all blacked out. And in one of the rooms, scribbled on every wall in what looks like charcoal, or blood, are the words, "It listens when you breathe." And then there's the Marrow House. Sitting alone on a hill overlooking the town, it belonged to the Holloway family, 4 members, all found seated around their dinner table in 1950. The food was untouched. The candles still burned. And their faces, smiling. Too widely. Too still. Autopsies revealed something terrifying: their bodies were completely hollowed out. No organs. No blood. Just skin, bones, and silence. Some believe Black Hollow sits on a fault line between our world and something else. A place where reality thins, where the veil tears, and something watches through the cracks. Others think the mine opened more than just tunnels. It opened a door. So why am I telling you this? Because Black Hollow is still there. And it's changing. Recent satellite images show structures that weren't there before. A new light seen in the old church. Shapes caught on trail cams, tall, crooked, not quite human. Explorers who visit return. Different. Distant. Some refuse to speak of what they saw. One man claimed the town spoke to him in his dreams, and told him never to come back. The most disturbing part. Some of them were never supposed to find the town at all. The GPS took them there on its own. Like something wanted to be seen. This is abandoned Earth, where we journey into the most cursed, decayed, and long-forgotten places on the planet. But be warned, some of these places don't want to be forgotten. If this story made your skin crawl, if you could feel the chill behind those words, you're exactly the kind of explorer we need. Compass emoji, subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell, because this is just the beginning. There are places out there darker than fiction, and we plan to find every single one of them. Welcome to the Hollow.